Why does coolant rise inside the radiator or overflow into the reservoir tank? Many drivers immediately think the engine head gasket is blown, but in many cases, the real problem is much simpler. In this video, I'll show you the most common causes of coolant overflow and overheating, starting from the easiest and cheapest fixes all the way to the more serious problems. Hello everyone, welcome back to Radiator with Anwar. Today we are talking about a very common cooling system problem: coolant level rising inside the radiator, coolant overflowing into the reservoir tank, or overheating while driving or idling. The cooling system works as one connected system. That means a problem in one small part can affect the entire system. Parts like the radiator fan, fan temperature switch, thermostat, radiator cap, cooling fan, relay fuse radiator itself, and even damaged wiring. All of these can cause coolant overflow problems. Before blaming the head gasket, let's start with the simple things first. 1. Cooling fan temperature switch. One of the most common causes is the cooling fan temperature switch. This small sensor controls when the electric fan turns on. If the sensor becomes weak or damaged, it may fail to send the signal to the fan. As a result, the fan does not start, engine temperature increases. Pressure builds inside the cooling system. Coolant begins to rise or overflow. This can happen while driving or even when the car is parked. 2. Choosing the correct temperature switch. Many fan switches come with different temperature ratings. For example, 68 degrees Celsius to 75 degrees Celsius, 75 degrees Celsius to 82 degrees Celsius, 82 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. If your vehicle is older and constantly overheating, using a lower temperature fan switch can help the fan start earlier. For many older cars, an 82 degrees Celsius switch is usually safer than a 92 degrees Celsius switch. Once coolant reaches the switch temperature, the fan turns on and starts reducing engine temperature gradually. However, some modern vehicles are designed to operate at higher temperatures for better efficiency, so always consider your vehicle type. 3. Check the fuse and relay. Another simple but important cause is the fuse or fan relay. A damaged fuse or weak relay may stop the fan from working completely. If the fan is not spinning correctly, coolant temperature increases, pressure rises. Coolant may overflow into the reservoir. Always inspect the fan fuse, fan relay, electrical connectors, wiring condition. Sometimes the problem is only a loose wire. I once had a customer with this exact issue. The real cause was a loose wire connected to the fan sensor. The fan was not receiving full electrical power, so it failed to work properly. 4. Clogged or dirty radiator. A blocked radiator is another major reason for coolant overflow. When the radiator becomes clogged with rust, dirt, or old coolant deposits, coolant cannot circulate correctly. That creates poor coolant flow, high pressure rising, coolant level, overheating. If your radiator has never been cleaned before, flushing the cooling system may solve the problem completely. 5. Upgrade the fan sensor location. In some vehicles, mechanics install a custom metal pipe adapter for the fan temperature switch. This adapter is installed in the upper radiator hose area and allows better temperature reading. A professional technician can install the adapter, mount the fan switch securely, connect the wiring correctly, test fan operation. This modification can improve cooling system response significantly. 6. Final cooling system service. If you want long-term reliability, I recommend cleaning the entire cooling system, replacing the radiator cap, checking all hoses, inspecting the thermostat, testing the fan direction and speed. After repairs are complete, refill the system with 50% concentrated coolant, 50% distilled water. Using proper coolant helps prevent corrosion, overheating, and future blockages. Final advice: if coolant is overflowing from your radiator or reservoir tank, do not immediately assume the engine head gasket is damaged. Start with the basic cooling system checks first. Fan operation temperature switch, fuse and relay wiring condition, radiator cleanliness, radiator cap. In many cases, the problem is much simpler than people think. Ending. I hope this video helped you understand the real causes of coolant overflow and overheating. If you found this useful, Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your questions in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.